Come sit with me for a while, kid. Look at this spot right here on this cool, hard ground. When you're feeling down, I can see it in your eyes. The world has beaten you down, crunch you up, and spat you out like some tasteless piece of gum. I know that feeling all too well. That crunch emptiness, that burning temper that makes you want to cry at the heavens and curse the day you were born. But even though sometimes life feels like that dirt and dirt everywhere, there is a wrapped kind of beauty in it as well. No one is paying attention, so you can't, can you? Every day you awaken to the same old nightmare, the same old streets, the same old issues, and the same old broken dreams. The real kicker isn't it when you start to think that they're right and you're nothing. I was there once, and the things I've seen and done haunt me every day. I wasn't always this way, you know. There was a time when I believed just that. You see people walking around with fake smiles and empty promises, looking right through you like you're fade and don't matter. It may sound like a cluster of bullshit, but it's true that when everything is taken away from you and the world turns its back on you, you have only one person left to rely on. They will tell you to give up, that you're not good enough, that you're fated to be nothing more than a nothing. It's like you believed in people's future, but life has a way of tearing those dreams to shreds, leaving you cold, broken, and lost. They don't know you. They don't know the struggles you've faced or the wounds you've supported. Life is difficult, kid. It's cruel and unfair. But you must find that fire. You must use that powerful, unsuitable fire inside of you to fuel your efforts to alter your suffering, rage, and despair into something else. Turn it into power and use it to nail your way out of this hole. You may think that the great ones had it easy, but they were mocked, laughed at, and knocked down more times than they could count. But they got back up after each setback. You're going to have to go deep, kid, really deep, to face those demons that haunt you, the ones that whisper in your ear that you're worthless. You're going to have to confront them, challenge them, and tell them to shove it. It won't be easy, and it might be the hardest thing you ever do, but you have no choice. And time again, blood eats bruises, but they pushed harder, worked longer, fought wild, and eventually they broke through. Not because they were better or smarter, but because they were determined. You'll either sink or swim. The world doesn't owe you anything. It won't give you success or happiness on a silver platter. You have to accept it. You have to fight for every inch, every breath. You have to nail and bleed for it. Even though these people in this city are trapped in their own cages just like you. But you have something they don't have. The courage to stand up and say, I won't be broken. Use that harness. It becomes something they never expected that proved them wrong, not for their sake, but for yours. When you stand tall, marked but victorious, you'll know that you earned it. You faced the storm and emerged stronger and not just alive. If you need to cry, let it all out, but then get up and work through the hours, sweat and blood. It will hurt like hell, but pain is a temporary regret, so don't let it get to you. Remember this moment, when you feel like the world is against you. You're not alone in your struggle, but you are the only one who can. When you're fighting for your life, remember that there are people out there who still care about you. They may be few in number, but they are there. They could be a friend, family member, or even a complete stranger who sees the spark in you. Let their belief strengthen yours, and their hope fuel your fire, because sometimes, in the darkest moments, it's those flickers of kindness that remind us why we keep going. Make your mark on this world by taking that pain and turning it into something beautiful. You're stronger than you think, kid. The world isn't going to stop you. Now go out there and show them what true strength looks like. Will you let them win, or will you fight back? This is a story of survival, dust, and an unwavering spirit. Wear them with pride, and let them remind you of where you've been and how far you've come. I believe in you more than you will ever know, so go out there and show the world what you're made of. End of the line. Time to rise. You've battled harder than you've ever fought before.